Come on! I should watch my step around here. Off we go now. Day is breaking.
Come on, put in some effort.
Off we go now.
Perfect timing, Eagle Bearer. Interested in joining us on the battlefield as we gut those Spartan dogs?
My spear is yours.
We'll make good use of it. Now, on to victory.
For others! For glory!
I'll make your death swift, Vistios!
Never thought I'd face you! Let's see who's the better fighter!
activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Ella! Ella!
My lamb, you've been gone so long.
Brasidas is dead.
No.
Vimos killed him in battle.
And what of my daughter?
Cleon fired an arrow into Dimos' back. The wound didn't look fatal. She could still be alive.
Malakas, Cleon. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
It's done, Mater. I already sent that snake to the sticks.
My family. You're all I have left.
Mater, there's something I need to do. I need to go to Mount Taegetos, where it all began. My whole life's been spent fighting and running. Running from my past, fighting to forget. I can't do this anymore.
My heart was shattered on that mountain.
I need to put that night behind me. once and for all.
I'm coming with you. Cassandra!
On the edge of the world, a mother calls out to her child. Touching.
Cassandra! Please!
You use that name as if it means something to me.
It's the name your father and I gave you.
Was that before or after you brought me to this mountain to die?
It was the cult! I tried to save you! I did everything! The priest told me you were dead!
And they told me you abandoned your daughter.
Cassandra! Come to me! We are your family. We can go home.
Family. Home. My sword is my family. The battlefield is my home.
I promised to bring her back, Mater, but the cult has poisoned her mind.
Promised to bring me back to Mater, did you? You didn't bring me here. Why don't you tell our Mater the truth?
And what truth is that?
That I'm the chosen one! I'm the one with a destiny! I will bring order to this world! You're nothing but a mercenary with a broken spear.
You don't have a destiny. You're just a tool, used by the cult.
I'm glad you said that. Since we first met, I've been trying to figure out what you are to me. You're a weed, trying to choke and destroy everything I've planted! And you know the best way to kill a weed? Is at the root.
Cassandra!
When I was little, I found a lion cub trapped in a snare. My friend tried to free it. That's when I heard the deadly growl of its mother. I watched as the lioness tore my friend to bloody shreds. Even in a world of beasts, a family protects its young!
I loved you! I still love you.
The one you love is dead, and my destiny is clear. I won't let you get in my way.
Cassandra, listen to me. You're my sister. I tried to protect you once, and I failed. I won't fail again. This belonged to our grandfather.
We all have, Cassandra.
I know.
Alexios! Wait. Thank you.
Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath.
There's more to being the best than pure strength.
That's an excuse for the weak.
I'll show you who's weak.
Well, at least the family is all together.
I'll get more wine.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I can't believe I have a family again.
The gods work in mysterious ways. You never know what they have planned.
I don't think the gods can take credit for this one, Barnabas.
An urn is only as strong as its potter, Alexios.
Urns are pretty easy to break.
Just remember, no matter who surrounds you, I'll be there. And the others are waiting for us on the ship.
Right behind you.
goddess of war and wisdom. Does it please you? Do you have the seals for me?
I do.
More seals and more proof what we're doing is working. Thankfully, there are at least some people in power willing to listen to me.
I'll leave the politics to you.
As it should be. And I have more work for you, assuming you're up for it.
I'm always interested in more work.
I was worried about employing a mercenary, but you've been a pleasant surprise.
Yes, that's what they all call me. A pleasant surprise.
I suspect if they call you anything offensive, they don't live long.
I couldn't say.
At least I have you working with me, instead of getting in my way.
Other generals giving you trouble?
They refuse to acknowledge I know what I'm doing. But it doesn't matter. I'll get the job done, and eventually all of Athens will know it. Are you ready for more work?
I'll get you your seals.
Thank you.
First, I have some questions. Who does a general like you look up to?
You know who was a true hero?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Odysseus. He used his wits to triumph. Wily Odysseus, they call him. Without him, the Trojan War would have been lost. And the other generals understood that.
What do you think your future holds?
Victory or death. You don't stay a general for long if you don't win battles.
I suppose many generals die on the field.
Not the majority. The Athenian people are the greatest threat to a general's life. If you displease them, they'll remove you from office, ostracize you, or even condemn you to death.
And you want this job?
There is no greater purpose than the glory of Athens. It's my duty and my honor.
Why is it I always find you here?
Athena is the goddess of wisdom and war. What better place for a general to ask for blessings?
You don't seem very devout to me.
I'm not the first general in my family. My father was as well, and his father before him.
You would have learned military thinking from a young age.
Exactly. My grandfather brought me here when I was a child. He stood me here and told me Athena was our patron. That we must always offer her our respect on the eve of war.
He sounds like a wise man.
He was. He died in battle the next day.
You come here to remember him.
And to remember that though the gods may be our patrons, they will not always protect us.
I know enough. Better stay hidden.
Behold, I've kept myself alive.
It was the one job I gave you, Socrates. I knew you could handle it.
I would have attempted it even if you hadn't told me to.
It's not as easy as it seems, staying alive. There's not many of us left.
Then let's pay tribute to them. Though they aren't here now, they were here once. Come with me. My opinion on death is a nebulous one because I know nothing about it. Therefore, I know I shouldn't be afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
Many are because they don't know what death holds for them. One can only trust that the gods know for certain.
Phoebe. She never got to be a little girl. I talked to her like she was already grown up.
Which you did out of respect for her. Question your choices, Alexios, but never doubt them.
Thank you for giving her the burial she deserved.
There are countless others here in Elysium. The blessed have earned that eternal happiness. One of them is our great Pericles.
Athens owes him a debt for all he's done.
They didn't call him the first citizen of Athens for nothing. A man of many contributions, but also a private man.
If only he had shared this burden.
We only knew him as he presented himself to be, but who's to say that wasn't his true self?
This war has taken so many. Even Brasidas fell.
Maybe so, but as a Spartan, he fulfilled his duty and died on the battlefield.
I could have helped him more. He was on my side.
Your survival avenges him. He will be honored as a hero.
The people will remember how we brought down Cleon.
Apparently, soldiers found Cleon on the beach. A casualty of war, perhaps?
Couldn't say. It's hard to recall what happens in the heat of battle.
Either way, let him spend his eternity in Tartarus for what he has done. And be certain, our friends wait for us in the light.
I drink to that.
Who am I to say no?
Well, this has supplied me with plenty of new material for my next play. Remember how Alexios took the monger to task for all of Corinth to see? That would suit a drama.
There's been no love scene yet. Let me provide that inspiration now.
Beauty is short-lived. You may as well use it, Alcibiades.
And to that, I raise my drink.
To us, who have persisted through everything. And to those who wanted to persist.
A tribute as good as your singing.
And to the gods.
Now, dear teacher, I think you should whisk me away for our private lesson.
I'm afraid I haven't had enough wine for that, Alcibiades.
Then someone fill his cup.
Ready for departure!
Commander, that's all! What next?
We could go hunting.
Do I look like the type that can defend myself?
We won't hunt bears, Herodotus. We'll hunt liars, traitors, you know, the usual big game.
Ah! The worst kind of beasts! Where should we head?
You could spin the wheel in any direction and you'll find the cultist. The scum's everywhere.
Then we have nothing to lose.
Nothing but time! Let's track them down!
Then set sail. We have a cult to kill.
I love the sea air. The smell. It feels so good to be back.
Is being on the Adrestia anything like the Siren song?
I was in a different place when I sailed that ship. Physically, mentally. I didn't have direction then.
We both have direction now.
Speaking of, where are we headed?
Wherever we want.
Did you inspect the ship? The ship ready for sailing.
It was checked, yes.
And the crew, they're well trained?
Yes, Nikolaos.
No need for that. A sailor knows these things.
I've sailed this ship my whole life. You're in good hands.
Of course not.
I won't be taking orders from you, just so you know.
But I'm the captain.
I also want to steer and choose where we're headed.
I don't think so.
Fine. If anyone gets seasick on me, we're dead.
Sounds fair to me.
You sail around in this thing?
Of course. The Adrestia is a mighty vessel.
It doesn't seem very wise.
Are you nervous, little brother?
You wish. Where do you intend to sail this thing?
Wherever the wind takes us.
Look, Alexios! Isn't it a beautiful night?
On the hotter nights on Kefalonia. I used to lay down on the roof and fall asleep under the stars.
I always thought of them as something the gods created to guide us. Clues to find our way. You?
It doesn't matter.
Ah, come on, tell me.
Well, to me, they are hundreds of small suns, very far away.
Now that is a story.
I told you it didn't matter.
You may be surprised to know that many share your theory, Alexios.
I guess we'll never know.
Commander leading the helm!
I sometimes feel like we've spent as much time at sea as on land.
You may be right. We've traveled a lot together.
I think it may be time I set off on my own.
I knew it would happen one day, but I wish it didn't have to.
I know. We've been through far more than most people will ever experience in their lives. But even so, it will be a weird feeling.
It will take some getting used to. Well, where should I take you?
The docks near Athens should do. There are some others I'd like to say goodbye to as well.
I'm sure they'll be sorry to see you go. To Athens. Come on! Raise oars!
Pick up that salvage!
Speed! Let's move it! Oars in! Full sail! Rowers in position! Pull at maximum speed! Sails down! Shift the oars!
Salvage nearby!
Get the oars out! We're moving now! Sails now!
There's some debris in the water.
Raise the sail! Here we go! Sails down! Rowers, to your oars! Oars at the ready! Dock the ship!
I sometimes pinch myself to make sure that I'm awake, and that all we went through truly happened.
With your writings, it won't soon be forgotten either.
The world will be better knowing. My mind is flooded with the memories of all we experienced.
Do you have a favorite?
How could I possibly decide? You opened my eyes to so much, uncovered so many secrets and mysteries that will change the course of the world. Your spear, and all it suggests. Atlantis, the cult.
None of those things are mine alone to take credit for. You were there through it all.
How could I ignore what was so clearly in front of me?
You couldn't, which is why you have as much of a claim to all we did.
I wonder what the great Eagle Bearer will remember best from this journey.
We've been through a lot, but I'm not sure anything will ever match Atlantis.
To think, we're some of the only people to know of its existence, of your true father.
Which you promised you'd keep to yourself.
Of course, of course.
You may be leaving, but I'll find you if I have to.
I guess this is it. As much as I'll miss our conversations, this is where our paths diverge.
Where is your path taking you now?
To Thuri.
What's waiting for you there?
That's the exciting part. I have no idea.
I'm not sure anyone loves the unknown as much as you.
It only stays that way until someone cares enough to make it known. In Thuri, that someone will be me.
Will I see you again?
Our paths may cross once more, and I hope they do. If that comes to pass after all, it likely means something big is following, close behind.
Then I hope our adventures are nowhere near complete. I've never been great at saying goodbye.
To do so is to impart a sense of finality, and we have no way of knowing if this truly is goodbye.
Good luck in your travels, Herodotus. I can't wait to hear what you get yourself into.
I'll share my stories with you, so long as you bring some new ones of your own.
I can do that.
You've seen it yourself. The future belongs to us now. Old gods and new be praised.
Alexios. It was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Alexios. You need to be the hero again.
So, you've seen it too then. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your sister came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption? Dirty drachmi? They killed people in a war they made themselves!
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
I thought Demos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, she's impossible to control. She worked her way to the helm, and then she held even more sway than I did.
Malaka. So you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
You're all the same. Selfish and fucking destructive.
It was different in the beginning. It wasn't about destruction. It was about redirection.
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time, but only certain people can activate it. People like Demos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with a cult and their chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans, and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait, did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
You've made questionable choices, but I think that was the right one.
You knew him. All he did was worry about the state of the Greek world. If I told him, it would have ruined him.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole life thinking for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
You should go. Lead your new republic.
I won't be the leader. We need someone with the knowledge of a philosopher and the wisdom of a king.
That's a tall order these days.
I couldn't have done this without you, Alexios. You're doing the right thing.
I always try to do what's right.
Then we're after the same thing.
Alexios, there is much left to do now. Alexios! A storm is brewing.
I can weather any storm.